Hello, English students. You're about to complete your argumentative or persuasive essay. So, before you actually get to that final draft, I want to go over a couple of things that are going to make your persuasive essay or argumentative essay very effective. Now, of course, your persuasive essay is based on the idea that you're going to persuade the reader to agree with you. This is usually used through pathos, through emotional appeal. If you're writing the argumentative paper, that is going to be based on a more logical approach. And in the argumentative essay, which is usually the one that we do academically, you're not trying to actually persuade the reader to agree with you. Instead, you're just trying to present your argument, you're putting it out there and showing your logical progression of how you got to that way of thinking, and you're trying to make it as solid as possible so that the reader can at least say, I understand your argument, I understand how you got there, and I may or may not agree with you, but I definitely agree that your reasoning has merit. So, when it comes time to actually make your essay effective, let's get rid of all the stuff that we've gone through in class before. I'm not going to talk about, the structure and the writing process itself. I just really want to focus on the message. Because the message is what's going to make your persuasive or argumentative essay effective. Start reading through your essay. You should already have a draft done, if not a couple of drafts done. But as you go through your final draft, what you really need to be looking at is your thesis statement. That thesis statement is your anchor. It's what really ties your essay together. You're going to have your stance and your topic in there, and that's going to really anchor everything in your essay to it. Now, if you are reading through your essay and any of your paragraphs, any of your lines do not feed back into your thesis statement, it's probably worthless. You may just want to get rid of it. Or find a way to rewrite it, reuse the data, reuse your claims and your warrants. So that way it's going to feed into that thesis statement. The only way to make an effective persuasive essay or argumentative essay is to really cut down on all the BS, all the stuff that comes around the essay, anything that is not necessary, and get rid of it. At the core, you want there to be your claim and your reasoning. Your research and your support should be able to validate that or back it up. But if your claims and your reasoning do not tie back into and call back to your thesis statement, then there's really no reason for it to be in your essay. So really, the only way to make sure that your thesis is effective is to 100% keep. I just realized what I said. The only way to make your essay effective is to make sure that every point in your essay calls back to your thesis statement. Comb through your essay, and if it's not doing that, then it's not as effective as it could be. Every single paragraph, every single line should be supporting your thesis statement. And if it doesn't do that, it's not going to be effective. So, take the time. It's very simple. This is so simple that it may go unnoticed by a lot of you. But take the time to go back through your essay before you submit that final draft and take a look at every claim, every explanation, every piece of support, every warrant. Take a look at everything that you've written and ask yourself, does this call back to or does this support my thesis statement? And if it does, you've written an effective paper. If any part of your essay does not call back to or does not support your thesis statement, then you need to reevaluate it, revise it, and make sure that that calls back to or supports your thesis statement. Guys, I cannot express to you how important this is. I could talk about it till I'm blue in the face, but it's really just that simple. Make everything call back to the thesis statement. Because when you support that thesis statement, you are improving and strengthening your arguments and your cause. So go back, make sure it does that, and submit that final draft. Thank you, guys.